Morning, everybody. Captain Austin here, Primetime Fishing Charters. I know it's been a while, but that's all right. We're back now. It's 2026. We had a busy in the year 2025 with charters. Super thankful, super blessed. Not complaining. I'm super happy with it. Out of St. Mary's Meeting Street boat ramp this morning, headed out of North River. I think we're going to hit one or two spots on the way to the jetties and see what we can get into. I got old Hank with me, new puppy. I say new. I've had him now for 6 months, probably 5-6 months, around there. We're gonna see what we can get into this morning. Hopefully, gonna find some trout, maybe some sheephead, redfish. Tide was dead low this morning, about 6. It's 9 o'clock now, so we got a good tide. And if you're watching this, that means we found some fish. So staying tuned, and hopefully we catch something. Thanks. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Thanks for watching. We're at the first spot this morning. I'm sure a lot of you know where this is if you're a local guy or gal. We're at the Ballast Rocks. I'll go ahead and tell you. A lot of people like to fish this spot. Sorry you're staring at my backside, but I don't have anything to attach the camera to up here, so you just have to deal with it. I apologize. There was a bite first cast. I'll take it. Shoot. Just starting off with a little bit of plastic here. I'm not going to break out the shrimp right away. I do got some shrimp with me, and I ain't fished the south end of Cumberland Island here, and I don't know, it's probably been about a week and a half, 2 weeks ish. I've been beating up the north end of Cumberland. Been producing pretty good. So what you got, Hanky? Those of you that ain't met Hank live and in action, come here, buddy. Come say hi to the camera. There he is. This little guy here is full of energy. Let's just say that. I think he loves being on the boat. He definitely loves playing with the shrimp. As you can tell, he's waiting for me to open the box. But anyway, yeah, we're just kind of pitter-pattering around this morning. I plan on going to the jetties and seeing if I can find a few sheephead. Not that I don't have a bunch of sheephead already in the freezer, but I'd love to go up there and see if I can't hook into a few. This time of year, the bigger ones are hanging out at the jetties. Got something up there messing with me. Bait shop didn't have any fiddlers this morning. Everybody's been real adamant about buying them, which is good. That means everybody's catching fiddlers, or at least feeding fiddlers. Or I'm sorry, feeding sheephead, catching sheephead, which is a great thing. Fattening them up for us. For those of you that don't know, this time of year, these speckled trout love to hang out deep, especially when the water temperatures are cooler. Water temps right now, I didn't check, but day before yesterday, they were in the 50s. Hank, don't do it, dude. That water's cold. Uh-oh. Caught my first snag. Not paying attention. So these trout love to hang out deep. And so I'm just kind of targeting some deep water stuff here. Trying to see if there is any hanging out right here on this ledge. And like I said, I'm throwing plastic just because why not? If they'll hit plastic, they'll hit shrimp. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here. I like to fish the jetties on the incoming. Make another cast or two, and if they're here, I'll stay. If not, then I'll go. Like I said, my target this morning is sheephead, redfish maybe. I may sink a shrimp for one cast. Just so y'all can see Hank get fired up with the shrimp. It's hilarious. He loves them while they're alive. Once they kick the bucket, he don't really care for them. It is a little bit cooler this morning. Me and him went out day before yesterday, and wasn't really a whole lot going on. We had a few trout, a few gray trout. Sand trout's what we call them in Texas, but here they call them gray trout, or There's a few other names that I've heard, but hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and Christmas, New Year, sorry. Man, I really would have thought they'd ate this plastic up. There's definitely something down there little that just keeps pecking at it. Alright, we'll drown one shrimp. Just one, unless we get a good fish, then we'll sink one or two. I got a neighbor that loves speckled trout, so we'll give her one or two of them, and then off to the jetties we go. He's gonna hear these shrimp take and look at him. He's already coming. Good Lord, these shrimp are huge. No, buddy, you can't have any. Not yet. Not yet. I've got the slip rig set to about 5-6 feet ish. Right here at the ballast rock, it's kind of flat up inside, and then as it comes out, it drops off fairly quick. The boat's sitting in about 18 feet of water, and then it comes up to a ledge. Yeah, there's a little sand perch or pinfish, something picking at it. I think I already got my dang bait. Yep. I guess it could have been a trout, could have been a bluefish. That water is cold. I gotta try one more. I know I said one fish. I didn't drop one, dude. It could be a trout, but I honestly think it's bluefish. He hit it so dang fast, the cork didn't even go under. It just swung sideways really fast. He did take all the shrimp except the head. I do have a little bitty jig. Not really sure what the heck it is. I didn't get the shrimp that time, so that's promising. Almost like he hit the cork. That was cool. Oh, I just got cut off. Took my whole cork. What the heck, Hank? Why'd you let him do that, buddy? You let him take the whole cork. Well, now I'm going to have to go get that. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're back. I'm all retied. I don't know what that was, but I don't think the fish broke me off. I think that I just really needed to retie that rig for whatever reason. Alright, let's try that again. Could have been a really big fish that just broke me off for whatever reason. There the fish is. Let's see what kind of garbage thing we're feeding. Oh, I'd say garbage. It's a little speckled trout. Uh-oh, don't fling the shrimp off at Hank. Alright, shrimp went that way. Little speckled trout. Start the morning. Whoop, Hank, that's a hook, buddy. Don't eat the hook. There he is, little speckled trout. What you think, buddy? What you think? Don't eat him. Don't eat him. See you later. Alright, that's cool. So that tells me, no, you can't have a shrimp. Get out of there. So they want a smaller bait profile, Hank. They want a smaller bait. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give them one more shrimp, and then I'm going to break out a secret weapon that we may or may not tell the people watching. Yeah, you're right. We got to tell them. We'll tell them because we want them to catch fish. There's another fish. So it seems to me, Hank, you listening? I think you're listening. You're really interested in the fish right now. You're really interested in them. How come last time you didn't want anything to do with the fish? And now all of a sudden, you like the fish. Look, you stink. You can't eat them, buddy. There's another little speckled trout, y'all. These are little dinky, schooly fish. But I'm going to show you a cool little trick if you just want to catch some fish. These little guys, get you a little close up. He's probably 10 inches, 11 inches. Still beautiful little fish. See you later, buddy. Alright, I'm going to show you a trick here. Don't tell anybody I told you, though. Will it work? I don't think it's going to let me down, but we're gonna give it a shot just because they are eating shrimp and they are a little bit smaller than what I was throwing. I'm gonna throw it before I show you, just so that way I don't look like a fool. But here we go. Let's see. Come on, trout, don't let me down. That could have been what was hitting my shrimp earlier and they just weren't committing. But I've been wrong before. Maybe they just want shrimp. They didn't hit it right away, so I could be wrong. Maybe they just want shrimp. Hanky, leave that alone, buddy. It's a hook. Sometimes when that water is colder, they do want a slower moving bait. And maybe since that shrimp is hooked, he's just kind of slowly drifting. There is a big shell bed over there, and I'm trying not to catch it because this is the only small profile bait that I have with me. I ran out because the last time I used this, it did very, very good for me, and this jig is very messed up. It's honestly kind of hanging on by a thread. Dang it. And I caught. Alright, good. It didn't break off. Come on, trout. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I guess they just don't want the plastic today. Which is fine. I got shrimp. I don't have a bunch of shrimp. I only got a pint this morning because I was feeling pretty cocky. And I don't really have a whole bunch of time, honestly. I just came out for a couple hours and I'm still trying to break Hank in. This is only his, I think, 4th trip on the boat. And he does great, honestly. He does really good. Did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. Like I said, he's still a pup. He's not a year old. He might be right at a year. He's coming up on a year if he's not a year. Alright, maybe they don't want the smaller profile. Maybe I'm just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Huh. Weird. Normally when it's the little schoolies like that, they'll hit just about any little bait you throw in front of them. Let's let it sink. See if I can get hung up real quick. I know it's not very deep right there. I'm already spending way more time in here than I wanted to. There he is. We're right on the edge of that ledge. Whoa, Hanky. Alright, 1 for fun. I gotta do 2 to make it true. What you think, buddy? Do I know what I'm talking about, or did I just get lucky? Oh no, he tore the tail off, so now I can't Catch two. No. All right, well, I'm going to show you guys anyway. There he is, proof that I didn't get to catch two. So we're going to let him go, and I'm going to show you what I was throwing just in case you want to try it out yourself. So it's just a little curly tail grub, little bitty, 3/16 ounce jig head. It was attached there like that. Don't worry, it's one of the dissolvable ones. That's why it tore. But small profile bait, works really well upriver. It's a little 3/16 Z-Man jig head. We'll throw the rest of that in the boat. But sometimes when it's the trout like that and they're being real finicky, not always, but a lot of times you can throw that smaller bait profile and it works very well. At least for me it does. Not for everybody, but it's worth a try. You know, if you just feeling froggy and you want to try it out, give it a try. All right, one more shrimp and then we're gonna run to the jetties. Hank's begging me to run to the jetties. He's never been, so I think he will either enjoy it or he'll hate it. He's always checking out the birds whenever we're riding around, so we'll give him a sight to see. Maybe there'll be a bunch of pelicans out there and he can go crazy with that. All right, buddy. One more shrimp, okay? And then I'll take you to the jetties. That's weird. That trout was way the heck out here. He wasn't even up there where I was catching the other ones. Yeah, they're still, it's just mind-boggling. Throw 30 feet from the boat and they're sitting there stacked up. And they didn't want the little grub, but okay. All right, buddy. Let's go run to the jetties. Here, give him a little bite on the tail. Yeah, it tastes like crap, doesn't it? There he is, guys. Another little 12 and a half, 13-inch trout. They are very fun to catch. If you got kids, I would highly recommend bringing them over here to the ballast rocks. Let them tear them up. They are very fun to catch. And a lot of times, the bigger trout will school up here. For whatever reason, they're just not here. Sometimes they're here at the very bottom of the tide, right as it starts to come in. Sometimes if they're not up there on the flat, they'll be right here on the ledge. And if you know where this spot is, you know what I'm talking about. And some people do way better than what I just did. I'm not perfect. I'm not a professional. So you ain't got to judge me. Unless you want to, then I don't really care. But next spot, jetties. So I'll see you there. Now we are at the next spot. Still after that daggone sheephead. We had to slow down a little bit. Found some old dolphins coming in here. And well, Hanky was scared at first, and then he realized that it was possibly a friend. And so he was intrigued. I had to stop and let him say hi. Once he realized that not necessarily what it was, because I don't know, maybe he was talking to it. I'm not really sure about what animals can say to each other, if they can say anything to each other, but it was really funny. He was going a little nuts. But same thing here, going after the sheephead, still using the old knocker rig, taking the shrimp and pinching the tails off of them. I'd be willing to bet there's probably going to be some dang yellowtails here, which is also fine. My neighbor loves eating those too. I don't know if anybody else eats them. There's definitely something, unless that's my shrimp kicking. Yeah, I think it's my shrimp kicking. No, that's a bite. That was 100% a bite, Hanky. Alright, well, that's a plus, I guess. Depending on what it is. Hopefully it's a sheephead, Hank. I just want one, like, 4-pounder. I'd be happy with a little 4-pounder. I wouldn't be mad with a 6 or an 8, but one little 4 would be awesome. I'd be more than happy with that. What you think, buddy? I don't think that's a fish. That is a crab. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hanky's never got to see a crab before. Oh no, let go of my trolling motor wire. Ow, you're crushing my finger. Let go of that. Hank. Well, this would be good sheephead bait, but he's a little big. Be a good eater. But we're not keeping these. That was weird. Second it hit the bottom. Hanky, look at this, buddy. Come here, bud. Check this thing out. Look at this guy. That's old blue crab. I wouldn't touch that end. That's the business end. Tell him see ya. That's pretty cool. You just crushed the heck out of my finger. Made me bleed. But that's okay. That really hurt. Well, not a first, but pretty cool. Got a big old blue crab. Hopefully we can catch one pretty quick because these gnats are eating me alive. Once again, make one drop, get bites. Make a second drop, catch a crab. Third drop, nothing. What's going on, Hank? Why does this keep happening? Huh? Why does this keep happening, buddy? He's looking at me like, dude, I thought you were supposed to know how to catch fish. Look, man. Look here. I know how to catch fish. There's a little bite. Okay? I'm getting a bite at least. And then they stop biting. And then I miss them. Yeah, I think it's full of yellowtails. Dang. Bleeding a lot now. What the heck? Crab? Yeah, it's yellowtails. Dang it. Well, that was a better bite. Whatever it is, I still got it. Dang yellowtail. Oh, look at here, Hanky. A little sheephead. Look, buddy. It's a targeted species. Not the biggest thing in the world. Look here. You want to taste the tail? That one tastes better than the last one? That's got to be the cutest daggum thing. Bleeding all over the place. Look at here, fellas. That guy's... I can hide him with my hand. Cute little guy, though. See you, buddy. Oh, sorry, Hank. I didn't mean to kick you, buddy. I'm bleeding. Ooh, and I got my bait back. Sweet. Not much of it. Looks like a piece of bubble gum, but we're going to drop it back down because where there's one, there's more. Cool. Can't eat that guy, but it's a sheephead. All right. There was at least one. My plan worked. Oh, there's another bite. That one's holding it. I got him. These are just a school of little dinkies down there. Oh, look at here. Second species, Hanky. You ain't seen this one yet. It's another one. Not a sheep, though. We're catching all the small fishies. Look at here. Come here and say hi to him. Come here, buddy. Come here. Say hi to him. That's a black drum. You want to taste this tail? What does that one taste like? Same thing, huh? We're catching all the small fish, buddy. There you go. Check that one out. Little puppy drum. Old rubber lips. See you later, buddy. All right, let's get a new shrimp here. Old bubblegum's not yeah, they're chewing that one up pretty dang good. Get out of that. Get out of there. Don't drink that water. It's nasty water. I say it quite a bit. Action brings action, so maybe those down there eating will make some bigger fellas show up. Or it'll just make more junk fish show up. There's another bite. It's little pecks, though. That felt like a better bite. Come on. Something good. Swimming with it. There we go. It's a little bit bigger, not much though. It is a little bit bigger. Another puppy drum. There's a bigger one. You gonna bite him too? You gave him a kiss. Another little puppy drum. Ain't much to look at, but it's a puppy drum. I gotta let this honker of a shrimp. Gosh darn, he's as big as that dang puppy drum is. Be a good eater. Look at that big fella. Goodness gracious. Go produce more. Alright, Hanky. We're on to something, dude. We're on to something. He's getting fired up, Hank. He's getting fired up. Oh, I say Hank. Hank's getting fired up, y'all. He's getting fired up. Getting some action here. We're getting some action. Alright. Dang fingers throbbing. That dang crab got me right on the cuticle, I think is what it's called. Right above the nail. There we go. There's another bite. Old knocker rig's working out for me. Alright. I think he's holding it. He's just kind of pecking at it. Come on. Still just pecking away at it. Won't commit. Uh-oh. Might have got me. No, still something down there. He might have got me. That or something bit onto it and grabbed the hook. And they said, nope, we know what that is. Nope, they just got me. Alright, well, let's try something here. We're going to try a piece of shrimp. They chewed up that bubble gum pretty good, so let's try just a solid piece. Hank, let me know if the gnats get on your nerves, buddy. Getting on my nerves. But the fish are biting, so there's a good hit. I think, no, we didn't get it. Well, Hank fired up. He heard that bzzz, just like every other human being. You want another taste? There you go. Get you a little bite. Another little puppy drum, guys and gals. Alright, now where's the sheephead at? Tell me, Hank. Talk to him. Let me know, dude, where they at. Alright, let's try up here a little bit further. See if we can get away from that little... I'm assuming it's a school of puppy drum. But I don't know for sure. Hey, you knocked my dang net in the water, dude. That's okay, I'm not mad at you. If I just stop being a doofus and close the thing, you'd leave it alone, huh? My fault, not yours. Alright, here's another bite. Well, let it go. Oh, he's back. And he let it go. Alright, did he get it? He got it. What the heck, Hank? Alright, well, I'm not going to let you guys keep watching me catch these little tiny fish, so if we get something good, I'll cut you back on. Look, buddy, we got some dolphins hanging out with us. You see them? Look, right here behind the boat. Look, Hank, right here, buddy. Hank, come here, look. Come here, bud. Come here, look. Hanging out with us right here. Come here, Hank, look. Come here, buddy. Hanging out right here with us at the boat. Hanky, what you scared of? They were just hanging out with us at the boat. You scared of, buddy? That was pretty cool, huh? You didn't like that? You chicken. Alright, well, we're back at spot number one. Not that it's a bad thing, but Sheephead didn't want to play. So, go to the second or third best thing, which is trout fishing. Usually that pans out for most of us. But now that I said that, probably they're not going to want to play, which is fine. Bad day on the water is better than a good day of anything else. I think that's how the saying goes. Anyways, I'm on the water, so I can't ask for anything else. I'm pretty happy. Boat's running good. Fairly pretty day. I'd rather a overcasty cool day than a freezing cold day or a hot day, so I'll take it. Back to floating shrimp, deepened up a good bit. I'm down around 6 feet, 6.5 feet, maybe closer to 7. And just floating the shrimp along this drop off here. Hank's getting ready to call it a day. I'm definitely ready to call it a day. Dadgummit. There was a good bite. At least I think it was a bite. Yep, bait's gone. Alright, buddy. That felt like a better fish, too. It was heavy. Some of these dang shrimp are just golly whoppers. Let's see if there's another one over there somewhere. Still wouldn't mind keeping a fish or two. Good Lord. Alright, Hanky. Well, let's try the plastic, because that's happening pretty darn quick. The Lord knows I love catching me a fish on plastic. There ain't nothing on that hook, buddy. My luck, I'm gonna throw over there and get snagged, but that's okay. I know I'm close to that dang structure over there. Earlier they didn't want plastic, but maybe it's bigger trout. Of course, throw the plastic over there, they want nothing to do with it. That was structure. Kind of missed my mark there. Try that again. That was a better cast. Excuse me. I wonder if I'm just hitting that dang structure pile over there. Nope, it's trout. Okay. No, still the dang dinky ones. What's going on with this, Hanky? What's up with all the babies? Oh, you want to say hi to them? There you go. Say hi to them. Give him a kiss. You're going to fall backwards, buddy. Okay. See ya. Try it again. That one, he hit it pretty hard, but the two that I missed, they felt heavier. Not that they were heavier, but definitely felt heavier. Come on, 2 to make it true. Come on. Can I get one more on the plastic before I have to go back to the shrimp? Oh, I didn't. I'm not going to post the video from the jetties because nothing happened at the jetties, but I'll show you this jig head that I'm throwing. This guy that I found on Facebook, T3 Tackle and Outdoors. This guy makes a bunch of really cool, dang it, there was a trout. This guy makes a bunch of really cool jig heads. A lot of really nice colors too. Found him a couple months ago and ordered a bunch of jigs from him, and I've been throwing them along with a bunch of the Z-Man jigs that I like to throw, because I throw all Z-Man plastics. I'll show you here in a second. I want to catch one more trout on it. I can't remember the specific names that he has for them. I've got 5 or 6 different style jig heads that he makes. He makes the old sheeper sweeper style jig heads that I used to make. For those of you that bought those or used those, I used to have them in the bait shops here in town. So he makes those style jig heads in several different colors. This is one style jig head that he makes. It's got like an offset hook. I think it's a trocar hook, but throwing a gold color. I probably should be throwing a red color or something, but it works really good. I like the offset hook, especially for these trout. You know, they have really big mouths. But anyway, if you guys want to check him out, T3 Tackle and Outdoors on Facebook. Really nice guy. I can't remember exactly where he's out of. I want to say Alabama, maybe. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But really cool guy. If you guys want to go check him out, he ships and everything. He's got great prices. And I'm all about supporting guys that make their own product and stand behind their product, which I will. I'm not sponsored by him or anything. He doesn't give me free merchandise or nothing like that, but he really does have quality products, and he makes a lot of videos and stuff on Facebook, just testing out his own products, and they definitely work. So I would recommend checking him out. That water is still pretty clear up here, so maybe white wasn't the right color. Should have went with a little bit more natural color. I haven't really seen any bait today either, so maybe that's an issue why they want shrimp more than plastic, but that's okay. We'll catch a couple more fish and then we'll call the video quits. I'm sure Hank's ready for some lunch. I know I'm ready for lunch. I'm thinking Wendy's today. Old Baconator sounds great. I missed that one, buddy. Well, we got a little bit of diversity today on species. We had a little dinky sheephead, some dinky puppy drum, and some dinky trout. But hey, it's not about the size of the fish. It's all about the experience, right? Can't always catch big fish. And if you can, well then hey, more power to you. That's awesome. I'm glad you do. This thing trout rodeoed himself. There he goes. It came untangled. Got another one for you, Hanky. You gonna come say hi to him too? There you go. Give him a kiss. I think he's tasted every fish tail today, so he'll be able to go home and tell Penny about it. Well, Penny Dog's got a hurt leg. She's never been on the boat. She's a lot older than Hank. I think she's 5 now. Not really sure how she would do on the boat. Maybe my wife Ashley will let her get on here eventually. She's kind of klutzy. I think she would do good, but kind of skeptical about it. Anyways, Hank will get to go home and tell her about everything he saw today. He saw some dolphins earlier, and at first he was all about it. And then when we were coming out of the last creek we were in, he came right up to the boat. I could have reached out and touched him. And I guess they got too close and it scared him. He didn't want anything to do with it. It was kind of funny. But I think he's about had his fill of the boat today. He's kind of tuckered out. He's just laying around now, which is good. He's been doing great on the boat, so thankful for that. He gets a little too curious. Gets right up on the edge of the boat. It almost looks like he wants to go in the water, but I don't think he will. I was really hoping to see at least one keeper trout out of this. I'm assuming which is a school of fish because they're all the same size, but not really sure. him seem to have moved on, maybe. What the heck is going on here? Alright guys, well that's going to be it for today. I'm sorry it wasn't a whole bunch of action, but caught a few fish. Had a pretty day. Got a video up. What more could you ask for? Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to try to get a video up again once a week. No promises, no guarantees. I am going to try to do either a Christmas Creek trip next week, maybe an offshore trip. Not really sure how that's going to go yet, but again, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get up that guy's information down in the description, that T3 Tackle and Outdoors. I would definitely check him out. He's got some really cool terminal tackle. If you guys got any questions or just comments, I always like reading the comments. I don't get a whole bunch of them, but any comment is always welcome. If you guys would, please subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm not trying to get rich and famous off of YouTube, but it's always cool to see the subscribers. I love hearing from you guys at the boat ramps and just in general. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.